Welcome to another episode of Kookievision. In this video, I'm going to be making a sea turtle. So I have a sea turtle shaped sugar cookie here to start with, and I'm lightly sketching out where I want some of the details to go. I'm just lightly sketching the brim of the turtle shell here, and this is a Chef Master food decorating pen. It's completely edible. And aside from the brim of the shell, I should pretty much know where everything else needs to go, and I could just do that freehand. So first I'll be outlining the shell, and I've got a turquoise color here. This was made using a bit of royal blue and some mint green. And I'm just outlining the brim of the shell as well as the top, and I'm using a piping consistency royal icing here fitted with a number 2 tip. And I'm just going to fill in the top part of the shell here with a flooding consistency of the same color that I have here in a squeeze bottle. This is fitted with a number 4 tip, but if you don't have a squeeze bottle with a coupler attachment, that's perfectly fine. Any squeeze bottle will work. Next, I'm going to outline the rest of the turtle, and I have a green color here. I actually used mint green with the tiniest touch of sky blue, and I'm outlining the head as well as the fins and the rest of the body. This is a piping consistency fitted with a number 2 tip and a piping bag. Next, I'm going to fill in this area with the same color, this time in a flooding consistency that I have here in a squeeze bottle. Again, this is a number 4 tip, but if you just have regular squeeze bottles without tips, that's just fine. And I'll just use my scribe tool to get all that icing towards the edges and pop any air bubbles. And while this green is still wet, I want to add some polka dots. So I've got a sky blue flooding consistency here in a squeeze bottle, and I'm just adding little groupings of blue polka dots in random spots on the turtle, so on the head and the fins. And I do this to a lot of my sea creatures. I'll do it to turtles, whales, dolphins, mermaid tails, and it kind of gives just like the illusion of some texture in there. Kind of breaks apart that solid color surface. And instead of having to do like a bunch of scales or anything like that, it just looks kind of cute. And I've let that green crust over for about 15 minutes or so, and I want to do the brim of the shell now, and I'm using the same flooding consistency that I used for the other part of the shell, and I'm really loading in the icing, really overfilling this area so I can get a nice raised looking brim of the shell here. And when you want sections like this to really stand out from the surface of the cookie, when you're flooding, always make sure to use a flooding consistency that's definitely on the thicker side. That way you can totally overfill the area without it running over anywhere. And I've let this cookie dry completely overnight. I always do this with my flooding backgrounds, but about 6 to 8 hours should definitely do it. And I'm using the same green that I used to outline the turtle, just to give him a little happy face and a nostril there. And I just used a number 1 tip for that. I also used a Chef Master food decorating pen to create an eye, and I'm also using the same turquoise that I used to outline the shell here. I'm going to do some details on top of the shell. And this is a number 1 tip, and I'm basically doing a combination here of octagons and some diamonds to kind of give it this pretty mosaic look. And of course, you don't have to do it this way. You can always just do a series of circles on here, or just basically line it into a grid pattern with lines going vertically and horizontally. You could just do it any way you like, any way that you're comfortable with. And there we go, we've got the completed sea turtles here ready to go. Perfect for any under the sea party. I'll be uploading some more sea creatures to my video library. So thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like me on Facebook and on Instagram. Bye!